And the Minot City Council made some adjustments to the city's noise ordinance following some complaints brought up during the first reading earlier this month. The current ordinance remains in place with decibels maxed at 60 during the day and 55 at night for residential areas. While testing of residential equipment in proper working order is exempted from the restriction, the new ordinance removes any examples of what's considered residential equipment. Council member Mike Blessum says there is no reason to move away from the average decibel rates of other cities in the state.
Are these normal residential items that are being used, and we use the unnecessary noise generally area to determine, does this fit?
A fine for a violation remains at $150. That motion passed unanimously.